Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you. Because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum until the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So, we have some new returning players to the scene. Let's do that again. To the scene. Our last two decks put in the work, really gave us the business. And so now we will see what these two decks have to say. So in the pre-shuffle, we didn't get any overreaching messages. So we are going to check our spiritual voicemail and see what is what. Shall we? Do let's. Here we go. Expect powerful change with the Knight of Wands. Bet. All right, we got two. Step out of your comfort zone. Confidence is your key to success with the Authoritarian. Or, let me see, 4. That's the Emperor. And the 5 of Cups. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. All right. And up next, have faith in your dreams with the Creator, the Sun, and the Lovers. Wow. You can really dance. All right, let's check the viewfinder. Make sure everything can be seen. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Expect powerful change. Perfect. Expect perfect change. Expect powerful change with the Knight of Wands. There is this fire in your belly. It's kind of new. What? I know what that is. And I know where that goes. Okay. So, with the Knight of Wands, there's like this new passion, this maybe not new, but definitely a strong passion within you, the agent of change, even if that change is, it's literally going from like A to B. But all journeys start with a single step. So we're not necessarily making light of the energy that the Knight of Wands has to offer, especially because it is clarifying this new moon eclipse. And we do have another eclipse coming up on 4/20. And it's one of the rarest eclipses out there. So, yeah, there's some things going on in the world, and it is definitely showing up in your day-to-day. So step out of your comfort zone, and confidence is your key to success. A step out of your comfort zone is represented by the North Node. Confidence is your key to success. Thank you, Spirit. Confidence is your key to success is illustrated by the new moon in Leo. And with these two, we have the Emperor and the 5 of Cups. Okay. All right. So when you are in a position of authority, and especially when it's like when you are stepping into the position of authority, there are going to be other parts of you that are going to try and talk you out of this thing that you've been working so hard at. Like, remember I said earlier, I think it was a couple of days ago, about like it's different when it's a concept. You know, it's different when it's a dream, as opposed to how it is when it is actually a reality. And the reality is you are now the emperor. You have this emperor energy that is coming up, and it's not that it's, showing you how to or teaching you how to stand up to that bully. No, this is showing you that your neck is actually strong enough to hold up that crown. And that because you have this authority and you are still a human being, don't let you talk yourself out of this thing that you've been working for. Okay? Let's not self-sabotage right now. It's like reaching a point of getting a point. Get it out, Aditi. It is getting to the point of no return. Actually crossing that threshold, the Five of Cups. This was great. It will never happen again. Also, this also could be ever onward, always moving forward, especially now that you are in this energy. It makes no sense to look back at mistakes that you might have done differently another time or another place. Give yourself grace for who you are when you are there. And that also means when you look back on your life and you look back on the decisions that you make, be sure to show yourself grace because you did the best that you could with the information you had at the time. Don't beat yourself up over decisions that are in the past. The cups are being carried off into the water. The sea of forgetfulness. Got it. Next up, have faith in your dreams, which is illustrated by the waxing crescent moon. And clarifying that is the creator and or empress, sun, and the lovers. Your dream is to be loved. Could you be loved and be loved? Could you be loved? Yeah. Have faith in that. You are just as deserving of love as anyone else in this world. And for those of you who have been single for a long, long time and have been happy being single for a long, long time, rock on, player, do your thug thizzle, but also remember that love is all around you, including the romantic kind, if you are in the market for it. Hanged, Page of Crystals, Warden of Wands, the Hermit, Seven of Cups, and the Chancellor of Wands. Whoa, this passion is just okay. So expect powerful change illustrated by Hanged. This powerful change has the potential to completely alter the way you see your world as well as your place in it. Some things that used to be impossible are going to become commonplace. This Here, you really wanted to be somebody else real bad. Well, here's your opportunity. And then we have the Page of Crystals and the Warden of Wands and or Queen of Wands. These methodical, meticulous changes and this record keeping that's been done. The record keeping in your favor. The record keeping is in your favor. The record keeping is in your favor. And if it's not in your favor, it really is. The Warden of Wands is a really smart woman. She's gorgeous. She's really smart. She doesn't get to this level without being intelligent, right? And man, look at her makeup. Like, girl, you better. All three of her eyes is painted. I really like that they made her plus sized. Because she delights all of her senses. All of them. Her hair is perfect. Those horns, pristine. She has a rose on her wand. Don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it. Yeah. And she's really, really comfortable in who she is and what she has to offer. Confidence is your key to success. Really comfortable in who she is and what she brings. With this Page of Crystals, because they are the bean counter, as it were, you know, usually like the accountant of the tarot, taking chances and doing things that one would deem wild, not really in their wheelhouse. You know, it's just not. So these two working together, it's like get out and stretch, and here, stay grounded. Like there's a push and pull there. Have faith in your dreams with the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, and the King, Chancellor, King of Wands. You have been spending a lot of time formulating how you want your physical life to play out. You've been talking to Spirit, you've been writing stuff down, you've been doing the work, and you have been doing it in the privacy of your own space. And because of that, there could be a bit of an echo chamber with that, because you're not really seeking consultation outside of Spirit with this. But also there are a lot of options that are available to you. They aren't all great. Matter of fact, some of them downright suck, but options nonetheless. So also dreamy. Okay, dreamy. What have we got? Spirit, dreamy. Dreamy, spending all that. Oh, all right. So you spend a whole lot of time indoors, away from other people. Your line of reality can become distorted. You don't know You're not sure which thoughts are yours, which thoughts are spirits, which thoughts are the enemies, and which thoughts are just random. Because they'll all start to run together. You know how like when we were all quarantined and the days just started to run together, and then the weeks started running together, and then the months started running together. The next thing you know, it's 2021, and nobody was like, well, where'd 2020 go? Seven of Cups. Got wrapped up in our sourdough and woodworking, and a whole year went by. Wow. And then we have the Chancellor of Wands. Mr. Party doesn't start until I walk in. This is acting as if it is before it is, right? Just stepping in that confidence of who you are and who you talk to in your prayer closet, and just walking in it straight up. Very, very passionate, this Chancellor of Wands. Like that man's got a drive like nobody's business. You know, just big dick energy, this guy. All right, expect powerful change, clarified by Divine or the High Priestess. Hey, pretty kitty. And we've got the Seven of Daggers with the Three of Crystals. Okay. The Magician, the Warden of Cups, and the Five of Daggers. Empress, Seven of Daggers, Three of Crystals, Magician, Warden or Queen of Cups, and Five of Daggers. Yes, expect powerful change. Rocking with the High Priestess. Hell yeah. Like, you know how like you get to that point in your practice where things that used to just blow your mind, you acknowledge them, but you don't fawn over them. So when you get to High Priestess status, this kind of change will elicit the beginner practitioner mindset with the level of awe that is coming into your life. And this is with all of your work. This kind of change is meant to inspire even the jaded. We've got the Seven of Daggers and the Three of Crystals. It's a lot easier to do what you are accustomed to and to be secretive and cunning, you know? Be strategic with things. But the people that you're about to come across, the people that you're about to collaborate with, are not deserving of this Seven of Wands energy. Lesser bitches, sure. But these people that are about to come in and that you're about to sit at the brainstorming table with, they don't deserve this. Coming out of your comfort zone and being open with your thoughts, with your ideas, being open about your very nature. Because one thing primal, okay, this need to keep things pulled back and don't let them see, that's primal. That's an old thing. That's part of the character. that is asking to be addressed. Because there's going to be a collection of people coming in that's going to change your life and blow your mind in the best way possible. I said it before, you are set up for the most beautiful part of your life, beautiful era in your life to date. And these 3 of Pentacles are part of it. Have faith in your dreams with the Magician, Queen of Cups, and the 5 of Daggers. With the Magician, you are just big enough to do it. You got everything you need. Everything. The grits look good from yesterday. The grits look great. Okay? You're ready. You're ready. All of us want to go back and, get some more education under our belt, or tidy up this or straighten up that before we embark on this amazing journey. But the Magician is here to let you know that, you're ready. Go get your magic bag and let's roll. Okay? Queen of Cups is that calming, reassuring voice, reminding you of your merits, reminding you of your accomplishments, letting you know just how far you've come, and it is okay to continue on because you have much, much more to do. And never mind this 5 of Daggers business, because you moving forward and you stepping into your magical nature, it ain't for everybody. Some people are going to get left behind. Some people are going to get left behind to go in their own directions. But other people are just going to get left in the dust. And you know what? That falls into the category of not your problem. They have the same opportunity to get tied up with the same universal source that you are tied up with. Okay? And the same way that you get answers from on high, they can get answers from on high. But they don't want to do that. What they want to do is sit around, talk about you, tarnish the name. Let them fucking talk. All press is good press around here. 8 of Crystals. Page of Cups. Warden of Daggers. Yeah, that's right. 10 of Crystals. Knight of Cups. And 5 of Wands. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. 5. Okay. Look at that. Ooh, you pissing some bitches off. All right. Yeah, let them talk, because you still refining with the 8 of Crystals. Absolutely. Because who doesn't want to get hit with the buffer one more time? That can always, things can always be tweaked and adjusted in the pursuit of perfection. So yeah, this 8 of Crystals is about consistency, having a rhythm, establishing a pattern, and establishing a pattern of excellence, not just a pattern, excellence. Page of Cups and the Warden of Daggers with the comfort zone and the confidence. Page of Cups is like puppy love, the sweetness of it all. Oh God, it's so precious because it's pure and it's not tainted by life experience. It's just, It's the reason we yearn for love. This feeling right here that the Page of Cups brings. And then we have the Warden and or Queen of Daggers / Swords. She's also very intelligent. She's out of the queens. She is probably the most intelligent out of the four because she deals in thoughts all the time. But because of her nurturing nature, she'll give people the benefit of the doubt. Way more than the king will. King ain't finna do that shit. She's definitely the approachable one of the two. But she is also a fighter. You can't tell right now because she's in her recreational clothes. But she is no stranger to battle. Okay? And just like the Queen of Wands likes to fight, because, adrenaline rush, endorphins, all of those things. Hey everyone, look how strong I am. Warden of Daggers, Queen of Daggers is very much like a warrior queen. She has no problems slicing some people up and sending you back to your maker in boxes. She doesn't want to, but she will. Will be, don't want to be? Absolutely. Best course of action is to approach the Warden of Daggers in honesty to the point of vulnerability. Because she can be very detached, which may or may not bode well for you. And then we've got the Ten of Crystals, Knight of Cups, and the Five of Wands. This is long-term financial gain. This is not having to worry about money. This is Lieutenant Dan telling you that he invests some money in this fruit company, and they sent you a letter telling you that you don't have to worry about money ever again. And so you said, well, that's good, one less thing. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, and like this sweetness that we talked about with the Page of Cups, the sweetness of that feeling. And this is just, good old-fashioned puppy love. Add some teenage hormones with that, and then you've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Huey, do you need to go? Huh? One moment, please. Come on. I'll let you back in. Yeah, the Knight of Cups comes in with the teenage hormones, and I've never felt this way before, and everything is just in Technicolor. Yeah. Now, the thing about the Knight of Cups is that they truly believe that these feelings that they've got, that they're long lasting. But that's one of the perks of being young and not having life experience, is that you don't know how much you don't know. You only have what you've experienced thus far. And because the body is developing, whether it's the physical body or the spiritual body, but because it is developing, there are things that are waking up with each day that weren't mature yet. And they're just now starting to sprout. Okay. In here with the Five of Wands, that is the free-for-all. Who is that? I want to say it was Minnow Pond. He was talking about the Five of Wands, and he was like, look, they're wands, they're not swords. They're learning how to fight. Really interesting take on the Five of Wands. And now I can't unsee it. Like, this isn't even a melee at this point. This is just like an all hands on deck type of like sparring exercise. Like, oh, I see. All right. So, you know how like you're watching a fight scene in a martial arts movie and you're like, well, how do they fight off all those people at once? These are the people in the background appearing as though they're fighting, but the only thing they're doing is making big gestures towards the center of the thing until it's their turn to run in. Four of Daggers. Chancellor of Daggers. This is beautiful. Ace of Crystals. Tower. Ace of Daggers. Wow. And the Four of Wands. Baby, stop playing with me. Yes, this is our last, this is the last level, last layer. All right. Rest up for this powerful change. You're going to need this energy. Okay? It's like, for those of you who have had children, you know, like right before it's go time, you want to clean the entire house with a toothbrush. It's this phenomenon called nesting, you know, and your body is building up the energy because it's about to go through one of the most physically challenging times it will ever see. Not only is it gearing itself up to cheat death, but it is gearing itself up to cheat death and bring forth life. So when you feel that need to, or like when we feel the need, because I have children, so when we feel the need to start doing all of these extra things, and that's just one example, but when we feel the need to do all of this extra stuff, remember to drink water and also take time to rest. Okay? You start upgrading and all of a sudden you got to take these naps. When the body say take naps, take those naps. Okay? They're building you up for something. Remember in the midst of this that yes, there's change coming, but you have to be able to preserve your energy because you're going to need it for something. Then we have the Chancellor of Daggers and the Ace of Crystals. All right. So the Warden of Daggers will be, don't want to be, you're going to have to come to me with the truth or I will send you home in pieces. The Chancellor of Daggers is, what do you want? Make it quick. Get out my face. I got shit to do. You need to know exactly who you are to talk to the Chancellor of Crystals. Because they have no time to listen to you ramble on and on about your shortcomings. Hear you talk about your shortcomings. Well, if you don't think that you shit, then why am I talking to you? The fuck? Come on. Why are you here? It's challenging to get into this Chancellor of Daggers energy. It's challenging to be faced with Chancellor of Daggers energy, right? But remember, this is the same pile where the authoritarian is and or the emperor, okay? This is not where you are used to dwelling. Not used to telling people hurry up and wasting your time, because you know what it's like to not be heard, and you know you don't want someone else to feel rushed and wind up saying something silly. Thing is, you really don't have time to waste. And the same way that you learn because somebody rushed you who didn't have time to listen to you talk about how you think that you aren't worth a hill of beans. Now you don't need to have time to entertain anybody who wants to who basically wants to go on and on and on about downplaying themselves so that you can build them up. Chancellor of Daggers ain't got time for that. Okay, if you think that you ain't shit, you right, fuck it. I got money to get. Ace of Crystals. This is money that I need to retrieve. This is mine. This is my birthright. This is my divine appointment. And this is definitely part of it. Okay, so I need to go ahead and do that. You can sit here and tell someone else about your problems, because I'm not trying to hear it. And then we've got have faith in your dreams with the Tower, Ace of Daggers, and the Four of Wands. The things that need to go will go. Things that should have been cleared out a long time ago, just let them fall. Because we got to clear this land for the Four of Wands. Poltergeist. My God. You know what, Spirit? You got jokes. All right. So for those of you who have never seen the movie, Poltergeist is this movie that came out in the early 80s about a subdivision that was built on a cemetery. And so there was a portal. There was a portal in one of the houses, and the house became overrun with a poltergeist, just terrorized the family that was there. Now, the builders of the subdivision had to tear down all of the headstones that were on the graveyard. Just had to get rid of them. You had to make it look like that graveyard was never there. Tower. Burn it all to the ground. All of it. I don't want to be reminded that there are cadavers here. Okay? I don't need that. Now, we're not going to take care of we're not going to do anything with the cadavers that are already in the ground. But what we can do is take away any above surface indicators that shows that they're here. Thing about that is that there's actual clarity. Okay? Now, again, with Poltergeist, there was a scene in the movie where they had a little girl who was about 5 or 6. This little girl was sitting in front of the television, and the television just had TV snow. Now, again, this is 2023, so I know a lot of people don't know what TV snow is. They just know the blue screen of death, okay? But before the blue screen of death, it was like black and white moving dots just everywhere, and it looked like you were standing in active falling snow in the dark. TV snow made the sound TV snow. Okay. And she turned around and she looked at her parents because they walked in and the camera kind of came around her. She turned around, she looked at her parents, gave them this chilling look and said, "They're here." Ace of Daggers. We gotta get rid of stuff that ain't working no more, right? But the truth of the matter is, and at the heart of it all, the foundation is going to show up. Okay? Source is going to show up with the Ace of Daggers. And with that, now that all of this is cleared out and you have the clarity of your messages from on high, now you can build this foundation. Now you can build it. Oh, and there was a psychic in the movie. She wasn't the first person to say this. She was the first one to say, "This house is clear." Not Ace Ventura. He took that line from her. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.